Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be setting up my monthly budget for the month of June. So we are entering into the halfway mark for the year. So thank God we made it this far. I'm using an EC Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner to do my budget. I've been using this type of planner for quite some time. And I actually started using Erin Condren planners when I was a teacher in 2014. So I've been using her planners for over 10 years and I just don't see me stopping. But the monthly planners mean that they come with line pages after the calendar and dashboard. So you could literally turn these type of planners into any planner: school, work, church, budget, whatever you need. So we're gonna set up the month of June and I am going to be using the Summer Florals kit. I also have the Popsicles kit in the shop available for the month of June. And then our July stickers are also available in the shop. Okay, so I am going to get started with putting down the washi. And y'all, I tried to get my nails to match the color because I like to do that. And I was looking, they had a dark glitter purple, but they said they were out, so they couldn't give me that. So I don't know, I guess maybe I'm kind of matching these more lighter purples, but that was the vibe I was going for. That is something I really do enjoy doing. If you haven't noticed, I really do enjoy getting my nails to be the color of my budget kits. And you know, it's the little things that bring you little bits of joy and excitement. And so, but yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying. Okay, so we have the main washies up and the thin washi at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put in my date squares off camera. I don't think I'm gonna use Flag Day because I can cover that with a church sticker. But and also thank you guys for telling me what Flag Day was because I didn't remember. And so, or I didn't know, not I didn't remember, I didn't know, but you guys let me know that. Okay, so let's do Father's Day down here on the 21st, and then let's do Juneteenth on the 19th. I'm also going to be using, I think, my Father's Day stickers and my Juneteenth stickers in this video. Okay guys, so this is my calendar fully set up with the date squares down and everything. So now we will get into putting down my bills. Okay y'all, so here are my bill due stickers, and as you see down here, I have the ER bill. So I was asked a question in my last video, the getting a month ahead, of why did I lower my student loan payments, and I completely forgot about it in that video. I didn't even mention it. But if you have been following me for at least a couple months now, you know that I went to the emergency room 2 months ago. I haven't been to the emergency room since I was 18. So yeah, I went to the emergency room a few months ago, just because my body did not react well to a fast that I was doing. And apparently, like, my blood sugar, I think it was, dropped really low. But it was scary because I was having, well, the symptoms felt like heart symptoms. So it felt like something was going on with my heart, which is why I went. And I was gonna go to urgent care, but by the time I got there, like, my hands were shaking and involuntarily, and that was freaking me out. And yeah, I was having some issues. And so I just decided to go ahead and go to the emergency room. And so my main reasoning for lowering my student loan bill was because I knew that I was going to have an emergency room bill coming into my life. And I wanted to essentially make room for it. So where I could lower my bills, I did. And of course, the electricity bill, you know, that'll stay lowered. The student loan bill will probably go back up to a higher amount. I mean, I don't want to say that because I don't really want it to, but it may go back up to a higher amount when I renew it at the end of this year, I believe, or sometime early next year. So yeah, I have an emergency room bill now. And so that is something new that will be added to the budget for the next 10 months. So I have this bill to pay for the next 10 months. And did I have the same? I did. Put that on the wrong day. I'm just very grateful that it's not worse. You know, you guys know emergency room bills and just the emergency room in general is very expensive. So I'm just grateful that the bill is not higher than that. And then I was able to make some adjustments in my bills to help me incorporate this one into my life. And I actually think this bill is due on the 15th, but I think I set up automatic payments, so I could probably flip those two. But yeah, so last month I had another medical bill last month from the emergency room visit, and that bill was like $200, but then my insurance covered like $187, so I ended up only paying $14. And then maybe a few weeks later is when I got my ER bill. So the total is $1,350, and I just broke it up into payments of $130 for the next 10 months. So that's what's happening. Next up, I have my event stickers. So I have a couple baby showers this month. I don't know if I'm going to both of them, actually. So I was thinking the other day, I was like, I think I'm going to change that RSVP. But nonetheless, I'm going to still put it down. And then I have the times that I'm volunteering at my church. And we have our August kits going live on the 12th. So then the cash envelope listing, custom cash envelope listing will open on the 26th. And so I'm going to put these down. Okay, before I put those down, I want to put my aunt's birthday down. So my auntie's birthday is on the 25th. And I just love my aunt. She is a cancer survivor. So yeah, I just love her. Try to make sure I always remember her birthday. Okay, next I'm gonna put down my payday stickers. Next, I have the Bible study and church stickers. Okay, next up I have my laundry stickers and my grocery stickers that I'm going to put down. So laundry, really quick, let's see here. My last day was the 26th, so it'll be the 9th and the 23rd. So I'm gonna just do that. So I do laundry every other week just for myself. So here and here. And lastly, my workout stickers. I have increased my days to 4 days a week. I was doing 3 at first, and so now I'm up to 4, and we're gonna work our way up to hopefully 5. Okay, now I'm gonna grab some of my holiday stickers. I obviously can't use all of them. I mean, this is a budget planner, but I am going to put more of these stickers down in my work planner because I'll have more room. I do more, like this planner for me is more filled up than my work planner as far as like the calendar and stuff is concerned. So I'm gonna just put a couple stickers down to represent Juneteenth and Father's Day, and then I'll put the rest down in my other planner. I had this idea of like I wanted to fill up the whole column with stickers, but I don't know. I was like, y'all think that'll be too much if I have like this whole column? I wanted to just like do the stickers going down because I noticed I don't really use this column too much. I really just use my dashboard page. And so I don't know, it was like maybe I can put it here. I just don't want it to be like too much clutter on the page. So I don't know, I think this is good, and we'll leave it like that for now, and I'll put more of my stickers down in my work planner. All right, so moving on to the dashboard, I will go ahead and put the stickers down. I'm gonna use my deco page at the end of the video, but I'm going to use the dashboard stickers. Okay, so next up we will get the monthly budget page set up. So I do have in my budget both monthly and paycheck budgets. And the monthly budget is more of kind of an overview, a guide, a parameter for the month. The paychecks are like the actual budgets of what's going on in the given month. So that's why I do 2 of them. I can't remember if I used to do 2 when I was a teacher. I don't remember. I just don't recall. Okay, so my income sources are all things planned, and then any miscellaneous things that happen, which that typically doesn't happen until like my birthday month and Christmas, when I'll get like gifts from family and friends or money. I think one time, y'all, I put my Cash App in one of my YouTube videos and some of y'all Cash Apped me for my birthday. Like, I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna, probably won't do it this year. I probably will not do it this year, but that was really fun. So those are miscellaneous things or refunds. I've been sending a couple things back to Amazon that I had purchased, and I've been, getting quite a bit of refund money, but that doesn't happen all the time. So okay, so let's go ahead and start filling things in. So I'm going to start with the variable side. Make sure y'all can see. Yes. So for spending, and I'm also doing 5 weeks this month. I'm giving myself 5 weeks of a budget instead of 4. So you guys will see that here. So spending has a budget of $50. Just like personal spending. Gas, we're doing $2.20. For groceries, we are doing $3.75. And for home, we're doing $1.25. And okay, y'all, so we can talk about the custom cash envelopes. This was my first time. This weekend was my first time selling custom cash envelopes in like 2 years. And thank you guys so much for the ones that purchased. I'm super excited to make them. And yeah, I'm excited. I am excited. I feel like I have a pretty good system that we set up here. That was why my sister was here the other day, because I had some tables and some like equipment and shelves and all that. And she's a teacher. She's a high school teacher, so she's off of work right now. And she's like, you need any help? And I was like, definitely. But yeah, guys, I'm so excited. And I'm going to come out with new envelopes probably once a quarter. That's how I did it when I was selling them full time. I would come out with new envelopes like once a quarter. And so I'm excited to come out with new designs again. It's for envelopes. It's been a minute. So again, thank you guys so much for your orders. The listing will close tonight at about 10 p.m. And they'll open up again next month. And yeah. Okay, so that was that. And I had already kind of informed y'all on the whole emergency room situation. I have a video informing y'all about what happened with that and how I ended up there. And so I don't think I'm gonna go through that again. Like, if you want to see that video, I think it was last month or month before last, so it's not too far down. So if you want to check it out and hear about what happened, yeah, it really wasn't anything major. They ran so many tests on me, but I didn't mind. And of course, before I went there, I thought about the emergency room, and I was like, yo, I am not trying to go to the emergency room. It's so expensive. And but then I was like, you really can't put a price on life. And if my life is in danger, I need to be, in somebody's hospital. And so that's what I did. But thankfully, they ran all kind of heart tests on me. Y'all, CAT scan, x-ray, They did everything. Everything came back normal. So that gave me a lot of peace. And I was grateful for that. Because I always kind of wondered about my heart. Growing up, I had a high heart rate. And since I've been older, it has slowed down, thank God. But I always had a high heart rate, and I never knew why. Even when I was like young, I was like 15, 16 with a high heart rate. So I always had little questions or concerns about, like, do I have a healthy heart? Because I don't know. And I was always afraid to get it checked out. I was always afraid to do an EKG test. Because I was like, I don't want no bad news. Like, I don't want them to come back and tell me, like, yeah, you need a transplant. Like, I don't have time for that. So it worked out, although I have now a medical bill to pay, it worked out that I was able to get my heart completely checked out and just like have that peace of mind that it's healthy. Okay, so at the bottom here, I'm going to put some additional expenses and my saving challenges, and then I'm gonna put the emergency room bill down here as well. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it first so that I don't forget it, because I don't want to put it under fixed expenses, although it will be a fixed expense for me for a while. Is it 130 or 130? It might be 135. Let me see. It might be, yep, it's 135. 135. Because the bill is $13.50. So yeah, I'm going to just put that bill down here. So sinking funds will get $385, or the budget will be $385 this month. Okay, let's fix that. And then my saving challenges for this month will get $154. We're going into the summer months. So the summer months for the saving challenges are a little, well, they're kind of a lot lower than other months of the year. So 1 month ahead binder will get $400, and this is for 5 weeks. And then the baby showers, I'm just doing $80. I don't even know. I haven't been to a baby shower in so long. Wait, 80. I think my pen is going out too. I have not been to a baby shower in so long. I don't even remember what it costs to buy things for a baby. Well, yeah, the last one was in November. So like 7, 8 months ago, I guess. Okay, so that's all for this bottom part. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do a girls' night. I didn't have one last month, but I had a ton of them like before that. So, but I did have a conversation today with someone, so that may be happening this month. My friends and I went to a concert. Oh, I did have a girls' night this month. What am I talking about? Or in May. My friends and I went to a concert. That was the first weekend. It was so fun. It was so fun. And this is how you know we're getting older. We were back home by like 11 o'clock. Also in the month of May, I was telling you guys that I was changing things up with the budget. Well, I decided to go back to the way I was doing things. And y'all may be like, happy to hear that. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to try something new. And I didn't like it. I was like, the whole, you know, like not rolling my money over for you guys to see. Like I didn't like it. So I was like, no, I don't want to do it this way. So I'm going back to doing my budget and cash stuffing videos the way that I normally do them. So I wanted to make sure I tell you guys that as well. There are some other, for any new friends, there are some other components in my budget that are not shown here for public view. And so I do give tithe and offering to my church, and I don't put that in this public view. And I also do not, as you guys I'm sure can see, I don't share my revenue or income online. And that's just my personal preference. So I've been doing it that way for years. I think I started doing that after I quit teaching. Because like before I quit teaching, I was like, my income is public information. Like anybody can look that up. But once things changed, I was like, no, we're gonna make some changes with that. So I think that's it. I'll also invest in my Roth, and so I don't think I share that either. So those few components of my budget I don't share, just for privacy reasons. So I'm not as public as some others. So yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna set up the paychecks. I'm gonna do one paycheck with you guys to show you how I set it up, and then I'll speed through the rest of them. Okay, so I do like to condense my categories. So instead of writing down every bill or every expense under a category, I'll just put the category itself and then the budgeted and actual amounts. Okay, so here, oh, I do show you guys miscellaneous. So like if I get any type of gifts or refunds and stuff like that throughout the month, I will show you guys that money. I forgot that part. Okay, so under expenses, I'm going to put fixed. Instead of like listing out each bill, I just put fixed, which are the bills for me. And these will be July's bills because June's bills were taken care of last month. Then I have variable. So my variable expenses are my cash envelopes. So like the spending, the gas, the groceries, instead of listing all those, I just put variable. And then I abbreviate for sinking funds and my saving challenges. And then I do my 1 month ahead binder. And then I'll do extra. So some of the extra things like the baby showers, the girls' night, the medical bill, I'll put all that under extra. And then unbudgeted for anything that does come up that I was not expecting to have to pay for. Now I will have unbudgeted expenses, and if I can pull that money out of sinking funds, I do that. So most of the time, if I have an unbudgeted expense, I'll pull something out of a sinking fund instead of taking it from my paycheck, because I zero out my paychecks. So from start to finish, they have a whole plan. So usually if something extra comes up, I will go to my sinking funds first. If I can or don't want to pull from my sinking funds, then I'll usually let my buffer in my bills account, checking account, I'll let the buffer take care of it, and then I'll put it here. But if I don't have to use my paycheck for an unbudgeted expense, I will have zero here, even if I had an unbudgeted expense, but I was able to pull the money from a sinking fund. And then I have another section in the planner where I do track my sinking fund expenses. Okay, y'all, so next up we are going to do the weekly check-in. I think I want to zoom you in. We will do the weekly check-in, and this is where I check in on my variable expenses to just keep track of how the month is going. This is the spending that can get out of control if you don't keep an eye on it, or this is the spending that can just wreak havoc on your budget. Last month, I took beauty and meds out of the weekly check-in, and I said that I wanted to include it in this month, but only for the first week. For this month, we'll put beauty and meds tracking under the sinking funds expense tracker, and then in the months that I only have 4 weeks, I can put it in the first week under weekly check-in, because I don't really think it matters where it goes. I just need somewhere to keep up with the tracking of it. Okay, so I just have these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll put this down to start the next week. And then I'll also have my dates. So our first week in June, oh, that's crooked, will be May 29th to June 4th. So I'll do 5. Oh, maybe, no. I will have room because I condensed all the other areas. Yep, okay. I will have room. I should have room to, what am I doing here? 6, 4. Okay, this looks crazy. Okay, so I can actually peel this up and then actually put it down 2 spaces further. So let's, yeah. We should have room. Okay, beauty and meds. And then I'm only gonna put that under week 1. Okay, I'm gonna speed through the rest. Okay, y'all, so that's the weekly check-in, and I just have some little extra space down here in case I want to put some notes or something, but I'm going to go ahead and set up the bill tracker here. So I am a month ahead on bills. So that just means that the bill money that's coming out of June's income is going toward July bills, not June bills. May income took care of June's bills. I don't like the way this sticker is snagging. If y'all get a sticker that snags like that, if you have any issues with it, feel free to hit me up. I changed the blade. There's no like indicator to know when to change the blade. And even the silhouettes were like that because I use the GrafTech now, but the silhouettes are like that too. But you just kind of have to check the stickers, and that's kind of when I can tell, and I do check them. But sometimes it's random. Like the machine will cut stickers fine, and then like all of a sudden the next one will be like, oh, it's snagging. But I just try to change it every like 2 or 3 months. But if y'all ever get stickers that snag, feel free to let me know. I can send you another one if you want. But I mean, they still, you know, work just fine. But I don't want y'all to have no snagging stickers. Okay, so I'm gonna speed through this portion because it's the same bills. I'm just using the tracker here to actually track the current month. Okay, y'all, so that is the bill tracker for June. And next I'm going to set up my sinking fund page. Okay, just wanted to see if, sorry y'all, I think I hit the camera. Just wanted to see if that was a good a good spot. Okay, so my sinking funds, I just keep track of my spending in them. I always like to say my sinking funds kind of serve as like almost like credit, if you will, because I don't use credit cards, at least not at this moment. And so my sinking funds are like that line of defense where it's like, okay, I'll kind of pay it back over time, you know, because I put in money every single week in the funds, and that's kind of like paying it back. But I have sinking funds because I don't use credit cards for emergencies or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is go through each fund and just look at the back to see what is currently in that fund, and then just write it down here. Okay, y'all, so in our sinking funds, we have $3,323. So you see how I say it's like having credit or like a credit card? Because if you just had like a standard credit card, you would probably normally have like, you know, a couple thousand, few $1,000s if something were to come up. So that's what I use my sinking funds for. Thanks to my student loans, I have really good credit. So I'm not currently in a place where, you know, I need a credit card to build any kind of credit, but I have been interested in like credit cards for points, because I know people will use points and take vacations and stuff like that. I just haven't done it yet. I don't know if I will, but it is intriguing. Okay, so now I'm setting up my expense tracker, and this is for my sinking funds. So when I spend money in my sinking funds, I try to note it here just to have have a way, because before I use this, I didn't have a way of tracking my sinking funds. I have ways to track everything else, my variable expenses, my bills, my additional savings and expenses, but I didn't have a way to track the sinking fund. So that's what I use this for. Then we're gonna flip to this last page here. This page, I will just put more of my numbers, some of those numbers that I told you guys I don't share in the videos, they'll go here. I do have to condense because I have 5 paychecks this month, but I'm gonna use this last page to put down my cash breakdown sheet. And so this is where I will do my cash envelope condensing that I do about once a month. And these 2 sheets right here, I hold them in the back of the planner in the pocket, so I can pull them out at the end of the month when I'm closing things out. Today is May 30th. Oh, y'all didn't even mention it. Today's my mom's birthday. Today is my mom's birthday. Okay, so that's gonna be it. The last thing I'm gonna do off camera is finish up this dashboard page, and then I'll come back and show you guys what that's looking like. Okay, y'all, so I've completed my dashboard page. So starting with the goals at the top, they're the same ones that I've had for the year. I'm gonna keep them throughout this year, and that is to stay in budget, invest in my Roth, these 3 are throughout the year, complete savings challenges. And then I am working on a home project and some spring cleaning. I'm doing it like little by little. It's not happening all at once, but hey. And so then for work, I need to complete and ship you all's cash envelope orders. Our August kits go live in a couple weeks, and then I need to create my September mock-up to send to my graphic designer so that she can start working on those. She already completed our August ones, and they're super cute. They're so like bright and summery. This one's crooked, I don't like it. The baby shower gifts, a 7-minute challenge, which has to do with my church. Possible vlog. Would love to do a vlog for you all this month because it's been a little bit of a while since I've done one. My mom's birthday gift today's mom's birthday, but she's also going to a wedding today, so we're not getting together today, so I haven't bought her gift yet, but we'll be celebrating her birthday sometime in June, so I'm gonna get her birthday gift. I think I might do car maintenance this month. I'm not sure. I need to like question mark that. I'm not quite at the mileage yet to get it renewed, but to get it maintenance, but I'm almost there. So that may or may not happen. If so, I'll renew my tags this month. If I don't do it this month, I'll do it next month. And they do the little emissions test or whatever, so I can get my tags renewed. So I do those things at the same time. And then I just put notes here down at the bottom, and that is it. So that is gonna be it for my June monthly budget setup. I hope that you all enjoyed it and that it inspired you to get your budget set up for the month of June. Hope you guys have a great month, and I'll see you back for cash stuffing paycheck number 1 in a couple days. Bye.